Hello, viewers, and welcome to the British Grand Prix, where I struggle. I didn't even get out of Q2. Put the car in P14. New gearbox means I dropped to P19. Got a new teammate. Kyoto was asking for way too much money for all his worth, so I decided to let him go and get Nick de Vries. So yeah, now I got a Dutch teammate rather than the Italian. He's qualified in P21, but here you go. First two laps, slicing and dicing to the field, my new gearbox. Some problems will occur later on. I was going to simulate driving up the inside of just about 3-4 cars there. As we go through this tricky, now first sector. Racing point there, burning the AlphaTauri already. But inside to the straight. Like I said, no, the new gearbox helped me out a little bit, but I just couldn't get the car set up for this track. In fact, I struggled with the race pace in the practice session. So, that was a bit of a bummer. So I think I have a bit of knocking there with the AlphaTauri. Somebody trying to look up inside of me there. I think that's one of the racing point of the Williams. Yep, that's definitely a racing point, but no, back in the position. The tricky asses now. Try to make something here. Nope. That's probably where I lost most of my time, to be honest, in this lap. You see that the pink Mercedes there, definitely looking at my outside to there. That was never going to work. But this is starting now, this opening phase. Yeah, I was definitely struggling. 2 laps of extra fuel. Not much happened really. There was a virtual safety car, and Danny Rick seems to be a Nico Hülkenberg for this season. As you can see, the car in front has started to pull away from me there. I'm much for the old track, to be honest. Back with Bridge Corner, I think it was called. Somewhere to the left there. But what can you do? As I go wide to this corner again. See, this used to be the last corner, which I much prefer, to be honest. But nothing to do about it now. See, they start to pull away from me there. I start to pull away from the car behind. Again, then Rick had a DNF. Just screwed me over a little bit because I went for my pit stop and then half a lap later, virtual safety car. I don't know why they're not bringing out the full safety car. Probably because it's unnecessary, but put some distance to the car now and see what happens. I think I did get a bit caught up as well. So many people going in the same lap I did. But nothing I could do. Just putting some distance to the car and hoping for the best, really. I thought it was going to start raining. I would much have preferred if it did, because that might be better for me, because the car works better in the cold for some reason. But typical British day, really. Just cruising around, or racing around this old air base, which is now a racetrack. Very pretty boring stuff. This race was started P19. Let's see where I work my way up to. All because of that first lap, of course, where everyone's bunched up and there's a bunch of happens, so you can gain a heap of time. But then the lap I'm going to the pits now. I'm not sure, but fast approaching the halfway point of this race. Absolutely nothing happened. Literally nothing. Is this lap? Nope. So the guy behind me started to catch me up now a little bit. I made some good inroads to this first corner and then it pulled away again. And that's pretty much the story of this British Grand Prix. Just putting some distance in the car. And again, sorry guys, screwed over. I think I hit the pit limiter way too early, which allowed the guys behind to catch up there. It's a train going into the pits now. A lot of guys coming in and out. Ferrari guys there, the Renault, everyone since we laid out. My teammate would stop a lap after me. Don't know why they try to film the pit stop, because it's really rubbish. So look at the train leaving the pits. Like, and there'll be people coming in and then the next lap, including my teammate. These mediums, I don't know why, I always prefer in this track as well. I couldn't get the softs to work. I was saying about starting on mediums, but that didn't happen. So definitely closer to the guy in front now. But still nothing doing. There's a virtual safety car. And then the next lap, I think it was. No, it was definitely this lap, because I tried to leave a gap between myself and the racing point ahead of me there. And then Sergio Perez gets out of the pits just behind me there. So he's now, my race pretty much battle with him. Meanwhile, Lance Stroll pulls away. No DRS on him there because of the virtual safety car. Yeah, just get ever so closer to the pink Mercedes, but then he pulls away, and that's pretty much how my day went, really. Pretty boring stuff. Sergio Perez was on fresher tires, fresher mediums, and the Mercedes power unit, you know, the whole Mercedes chassis. So be better than mine, to be honest. Control electronics had taken a beating. The internal combustion had taken a beating. MGUH was beginning to develop somewhere. Good thing the next track is Hungary, which is more of a chassis and aerodynamic track than anything else, which I really like. Always seem to do well on. It wasn't always the case though. I mean, F1 2002, I hated the track. But then F1 2006, I absolutely loved it. So see Sergio Perez looking at my inside there, nothing doing. He's got the DRS on me though. I think I have the DRS on his teammate ahead though. At this point, I'm running out of fuel as well. So I had to, again, drive to a fuel number and keep a big Mercedes behind. Man, all my time will be lost right here. So it's gonna struggle there to do these asses. Heck, I was struggling in practice to go through that, let alone the racing situation. There's a fast approach to the end of the race now. And the second to last lap. Starting the last lap, or the second to last lap now. Got no DRS on the racing point ahead. Racing point behind seems to have dropped off a little bit. No, he's right there. Now I'm definitely driving to a fuel number and trying to lean revs for some of these corners. As you can see there, Sergio Perez getting ever so closer to my gearbox, looking for a pass here and there, but there was nothing doing for him. I go deeper in the brakes than he did. He looked up the inside there a little bit, but no, he decided to back out of it. Now I have the inside for this part of the track. This old last corner. Try to get up to medium revs now, to standard revs. Try to keep him behind. But one of my components for durability had failed, so I had to work on that. I gained some distance there in that corner. And to be asked for one last time for this year's British Grand Prix. Did sign a new sponsor. As you can see in the rear wing there. I think they'll be pretty happy. Easy target. They want an easy objective, so I was able to get at this lap as a lock up the brakes there. I'll lock up the tires, should I say. Sergio Perez getting ever so angry, but nothing he can do. And there you are across the line for what was a relatively boring P12, the British Grand Prix. There's a running order, would have guessed it. Noah Zark through the top 4 there. Alex Albon finally getting his season good in the P5. Lando Norris. Max Verstappen continues to drop. Carlos Sainz continues to drop. Esteban Ocon. Again, my rival Gasly there got the better of me today. Stroll went backwards. Me there 12. Sergio Perez went backwards. Danny Kvyat. Romain Grosjean. Kimi. Giovinazzi. George Russell went up a few. He also had a grid spot penalty. Actually, no, I'll take that back. That was Latifi. My new teammate there, Nick DeVries, doing very good in P19. Had it been my teammate, I think he'd still be. Had it been Giotto, I think he would have still finished P21. Nicholas Latifi, the new gearbox, pipped. Kevin Magnussen, not doing so good. And then Ricciardo. Try to look this time too hard there, I guess. But yeah, that'll be it for the British Grand Prix. That'll be it for me today. I'll see you in 2 days' time for the. Excuse me. I'll see you in 2 days' time for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.